Hey guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews. Today we are going to talk about our pick for the best NordicTrack treadmills. Now, truthfully, it isn't just me who loves the NordicTrack brand, the NordicTrack treadmills. I mean, there are a ton of us here at Garage Gym Reviews who absolutely really like the NordicTrack treadmills. And I mean, for good reason. They offer a lot that a lot of other companies are kind of falling a little bit short on. And again, we have tested hundreds and hundreds of treadmills between the collective, all of us here at Garage Gym Reviews by now, and NordicTrack kind of remains at the top. Now, there are a couple that we're going to talk about today. Obviously, at the 1750, I mean, who would we be if we didn't put the 1750 on the best NordicTrack treadmill roundup? That took me 3 times to say, just so you know. Also, we have the 2450, we have the EXP 7i, and a couple others that we are going to talk about. But first, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can continue to see all things Garage Gym Reviews, all things fitness reviews. Also, if you want to purchase any of the treadmills we talk about today, we place a link below the like button. When you use that link, it does give us a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Also, for transparency's sake, as always, these have been sent to us by the company, but it doesn't change what I am going to say about them. I will always tell you what I like, what I don't like. So let's start off with one of my favorite treadmills by the NordicTrack, and that is the 1750. So this isn't a full review. We do have a full review on the 1750, as well as a couple of the other treadmills that we're going to talk about today. So if you're wanting more information, go ahead, check out our videos on that. But this is just like a small little teaser for you, okay? These are the things that I absolutely love about the 1750, and that I think makes it worth our rank as like the best overall NordicTrack treadmill. So one, it has a 14-inch display. I think that the 14-inch display is probably one of my favorite sizes. Sometimes anything smaller, I feel like is too small. Anything bigger, I feel like is like screaming in my face. This is a Goldilocks situation, and I have found the perfect size, and that is the 14-inch touchscreen. It also comes with a 3.5 CHP motor if you are somebody who likes to do a lot of running at higher speeds. I mean, this is a great motor size to have because you don't have to worry about the longevity of this motor size, or you don't have to worry about components burning out. Overall, a 3.5 can handle a lot that you throw at it. With the speeds, it goes from 0 to 12 miles per hour. This is pretty standard. This is what we typically see with a treadmill of this caliber. I wouldn't expect anything less. Now, one thing that I really like about the NordicTrack is that it has a 3% decline as well as a 12% incline. You know me, your girl loves a decline feature. So I love that it has a 3% decline. Now, as always, with all NordicTrack treadmills, you can go ahead and purchase the iFit programming. I think that that is kind of necessary to use in conjunction with this treadmill, although you are going to get a 30-day free trial when you purchase the 1750. In terms of a belt deck size, it has a 60 by 20 inch belt deck. Again, this is pretty standard, and I wouldn't expect anything less for a quality running treadmill. Now, one thing that I wish was improved upon is that it only has a 300-pound weight capacity. We have seen this in the 2019 version, along with the 2023 version. That 300-pound weight capacity is industry standard. However, we are seeing a lot of treadmills around this price point at that 2,500 mark kind of up that weight capacity and up some other features. So although that 300-pound weight capacity does meet industry standards, I do wish it was a little higher. And while this machine is portable, it's not something that I would want to move around a lot. It comes with wheels on the back of the treadmill. You can go ahead and engage those to move the machine around, but it doesn't come with like easy handlebars in order to move it from room to room. And again, this is a heavier machine. I mean, in the box, it weighs 340 pounds. So not something that I'm going to want to be like dragging out of the closet every time I want to use it. Next is our pick for the best budget-friendly treadmill from NordicTrack, and that is the EXP 7i, costing only $1,300. A couple things I really like about this machine. Again, $1,300. It also comes with speeds of 0 to 12 miles per hour, and again, is enabled with iFit programming. It does come with a 30-day free trial when you purchase this treadmill. With iFit programming, there's not only available classes on the treadmill, but off the treadmill as well. In terms of the touchscreen, it is on the smaller side. It is 7 inches. Now, I have terrible eyesight. I know you can't tell by looking at me, but I am seriously blind, especially when it comes to anything far away and anything of small print. So for me, that 7 inches is almost too small. With the EXP 7i, it does also come with a 300-pound weight capacity. I think this is actually pretty standard for a treadmill around this price point. It might even be a little bit above some of the other treadmills that we see at this price point. With the 7 EXPi, one of kind of the selling points of this treadmill, it has adjustable cushioning, essentially meaning that there are zones on the belt deck that you can go ahead and adjust to your comfort level. If you like to hit at more of like a road surface feeling, you can go ahead to adjust to that. If you like to have your foot hit at something more like what a cloud feels like, you can go ahead and adjust to that. So that is kind of the big selling point to this 7i. Now, while it doesn't come with any decline features, it still does come with an incline feature at 12%. The other kind of last thing that I really like about this is that it's a lot easier to move. You know, the 1750 in box was 340 pounds. This by itself is 222 pounds. So while that does seem like still a lot of weight to move around, remember, it does have wheels. It's a lot easier to move around than 300 pounds. All right, if you are somebody who likes to run and you like to run a lot, one of my favorites is the 1250 by NordicTrack. This machine costs $1,800. Again, comes with that iFit programming. With iFit programming, you can go ahead and purchase a family membership for a year costing $396. Or if you're an individual, it's going to cost $180 a month. Now, they don't have a monthly payment option for an individual cost, but they do have a monthly cost for a family membership costing $39 a month. With the 1250, it does come with a 10-inch rotating touchscreen. Now, the 10-inch is actually what we used to see on the 1750. They've updated that to 14 inches now, but that 1250 does have that 10-inch touchscreen that, again, rotates that full 360 degrees. So if you want to use the iFit programming on the treadmill or off the treadmill, you are easily able to do that. Now, this does come with speeds of 0 to 12 miles per hour. Again, pretty standard, but one thing that I really like about the 1250 is that it has an incline and a decline feature. So it goes from that 3% incline all the way up to that 12% incline grade. With the 1250, it does have a weight capacity of 300 pounds, again, meeting industry standard. Now, the machine itself is heavier than the EXP 7i, but not as heavy as the NordicTrack, weighing 281 pounds. Last thing that I think makes this a great treadmill for runners specifically is it has a 60 by 20 inch belt deck. We see that with the other treadmills as well, but again, this is what you are looking for if you are a runner. Anything less than a 60 by 20 inch belt deck, I think that you are going to cut yourself short. All right, if you are looking for a machine with a steep incline, and I mean like a steep incline, we're not messing around with like 12% here. We are talking a 40% incline grade. You should look at none other than the NordicTrack X32i. Now, this is a costly machine. Like, what would be your guess? Like, because when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking $3,000. No, I was severely wrong. It is $4,500. Now, there is financing available, but like, you have to be really committed to your incline training in order to spend that much. But again, the incline is the selling point to this machine. At a 40% incline grade, it also comes with a 6% decline grade. This machine is overall so stable, so sturdy. I mean, you can't move it. I was on the side, like rocking my weight side to side in order to get it to budge, and like, I didn't. This is a solid machine. Along with this steep incline, it also comes with a bigger belt deck at 22 inches by 65 inches. So if you are somebody who has a very long stride, and even that 60-inch mark might be like cutting your stride off short, this has a 65-inch belt deck length. It does come with a large 32-inch touchscreen, which again has iFit programming available to you. Now, obviously, this does not fold up. This is not a portable machine. This is a heavier machine with a 4.0 CHP motor size. The machine itself weighs 462 pounds. So wherever you decide to build this, wherever you decide to keep this is probably where you're going to want it to stay, because again, this is not a machine that is easy to move by any capacity. This machine does come with the industry standard of a 300-pound weight capacity. It also comes with runner flex technology, meaning that it is a very well cushioned deck and you can adjust the deck to the exact cushioning that you prefer. The last thing I want to mention about this is it has an integrated sled push plus push bar. So at that steep incline, you can go ahead and turn off the belt deck, turn off that motor size, go ahead, use the handlebars and essentially mimic what a sled push is like, which I think is a really unique and cool feature. Our last pick for the NordicTrack treadmill roundup is the 2450, and we think this is a great foldable treadmill. With this, it has a 22-inch touchscreen that, again, has iFit programming. You have access to classes like cardio classes, cycling classes, but you also have strength-based classes, HIIT workouts, yoga, Pilates, and so much more. With this treadmill, it comes with a 3% decline as well as a 12% incline feature and goes from speeds of 0 to 12 miles per hour. Now again, this is a foldable treadmill. All you have to do is push that lever down with your foot to engage the lowering mechanism. This is a very slow lower, so you don't have to worry about anybody like getting trapped underneath it or falling on anybody really quickly, which is something like obviously we all want to avoid. With that being said, it's actually very easy to go ahead and raise it to the upright position as well. It has a hydraulic system that again makes it just incredibly smooth and seamless whether you are raising that belt deck or lowering that belt deck. Now with this, it is a pricier treadmill at $2,800, so more than that $1,750, but again, it comes with a larger screen and a couple of different other features. This machine reminds me a lot of the Peloton Tread. Now, one thing it doesn't have that the Peloton Tread does have is dials on the side, making it super easy to transition from incline or speed, but what it lacks there, it does make up for in the fact that it is foldable and it has a slightly larger belt deck size. Peloton has 59 inches in terms of length. This has 60 inches in terms of length. Overall, the belt deck on this is 60 by 22 inches. It also has a user weight capacity of 300 pounds. Last thing about the 2450, and again, this is kind of across the board with the NordicTrack brand, it has excellent cushioning. So if you are somebody who wants more of a cushioned treadmill belt deck, I think that you can't go wrong with the 2450. Let us know in the comments which treadmill has been your favorite to hear about, or if you have one of these for yourself. This has been Lindsay with Garage Reviews. Peace.